In this video, I'll show you three different ways we can run our Scala program. Let's get started. Let me open IntelliJ. And here is our favorite program we created in our last session. So before we get started, let me add one more thing here. Let me first rename this to something else. Let's say my program is I choose to add some functionalities later on, but I don't want them in different project. I want same project, and I want two different functionalities. So I have two different entry points for this app. Let's see how we can do that. Maybe we can do that in little detail later on, but for now let's just understand that there are two different entry points in this application. So let me rename this first app to app entry point 1, and there's a nice feature refactor and rename. There is a rename file. You just rename the file, but if we do rename, it has a better option that it will rename the object or any classes or any references to this app object when where it's referenced. Let's see, I'll change it to app entry point 1, and it has a lot of options like search in comments and strings, search in text occurrences and something like that. Let me do refactor. It will show me this test thing. I don't want to change anything in test, so let me cancel it. Maybe it would make sense for me to mm, uh, change the test case name also, but this is just a demo project, a simple project. I have not added any test case, so I will see about test case in later videos. So let's cancel here, and then I got app entry point 1. So it renamed the file, it renamed the object, and I want to do something like hello world. This is entry point 1, and so this is it for entry point 1. Let me quickly copy and paste it, control C and control V, and here let me put it app entry point 2, and IntelliJ it automatically rename this object also to app entry point 2, but here let me do entry point 2 and something like uh, throw new not implemented. So this is it, and I don't want all these things. So um, so we have two entry points here. Let's the simple way, the first way and the simple way we can run a Scala program here is we can just click on here. We don't have any configuration. We need to add a configuration. We can go here and add configuration, but okay. We can go here and add configuration, but it let's do it easier way. So here if I click on this play button here or here anywhere, it will automatically detect that it is app entry point 1, and let's run it. It automatically created this configuration, and here we don't have any arguments. You might need to set some argument. Generally it's required in production scenarios. It depends on uh, mm, how you want to use your application, but generally configurations we need to be able to add them. So let me add hello uh, IntelliJ arguments. So if I click on apply and OK, so next time you run it, it will run with those arguments. So here it's again the concat of arguments, hello IntelliJ arguments. We will concat all these arguments and print it. So this is how easy it is to run it just for testing purposes. And we also can do something like debug. Let's click on this bug icon here, and it will start debugging. So we can do a lot of things like a step into next line and go into this step into this function and something like that. We'll explore this debugging later on, but we have all these debugging features available here. So I'll just continue this app and it will complete running. So that's it. And let's see here. This is, we have configuration for app entry point 1, but what about app entry point 2? So I will go ahead and run it here, and as expected it will show me this exception, so not implemented error, and here not implemented. So here we have two different run configuration. We can easily switch to any one and run it. It will run the correct one every time. So we can also, maybe if we want, edit this run configuration and edit any of this. Let me hit OK, and let's see the second way we can run it. We have already seen how we can run it the other way. I'll just show a slightly different version of it. Here we did Maven clean and package from command line already. So I won't be using command line mostly. I'll be using this terminal feature here. It's given by Intel, is a really cool feature, so you don't have to open that command line every time. So let me do dir, and here it is the target. So let me clean this mvn. Okay, let me do, got it, Maven clean. Let me open this up a little bit. So it did clean the project, and the build was successful. So let's do dir again and see what happens. We don't have the target folder we had earlier, and now package, and it will create the package for us. Okay, so our build was successful. Let's see what we have here. We have target, and this hello IntelliJ 1.0 snapshot.jar. Let's run our app entry point 1 and 2. This is the one without argument, and let's do hello command line. So we have the concatenated arguments. Now let's do the same thing with app entry point 2. I just pressed up arrow to bring the last commands that I ran and modify this app entry point 1 to 2, and let's see what happens. We have error, and this error was expected. This method is not implemented. This is entry point 2, and this is how we can run our Scala program in the second way. The third way is not much different from the second way. Let's see. Let's do cd dot dot to move to hello IntelliJ, and that is the root of Maven, because I'll be deleting the target. So the way I'll be doing it is using the Maven, this feature of ID, the IntelliJ. It has good integration with Maven, so you have all these features. We'll go over these features later, but what we have in lifecycle is clean. It is like it's the same as doing mvn clean. So once this run is completed, let's go to terminal and see dir. Here we don't have this target folder, and then let's do package. The package is successful, and let's see if we have this target folder. We have target folder and cd target, and just to be sure that it has compiled correctly, yes. So these are the three ways we can run our Scala program. So first approach would be very easy for for debugging and testing any changes we made, and the second approach would be required when we want to release this app in production scenario. The third is just helper for the second one. So we can easily do all those Maven life cycles easily, like clean, validate, compile, test, and all these things. You can look more about these Maven life cycles. I won't be discussing much about this. Maybe we can create some other videos for that. That's it for this video. Thanks.